now? You guys are playing games? No, I'm not. I gotta go. Oh, sorry, guys. Hell no to the no, no, no. Oh man, the machine's done. Let's get those bomb-making materials out of that bag.
Where'd you go, Brian?
Bulk. So I did like an hour on this side, and they requested me. They were really short over there.
Oh, I see.
We just got off right now, so.
Me too. All right, have a good night.
All right, brother. Oh, snap. Good to go. Be good to go when I win that lottery. It's up to like 470 or something. Man, that's it. And then you're rich. Peace. What's up, brother?
How you doing?
Good, dude. Where were you at today?
Huh?
Where were you at today?
Loading, bro. Look, PD2.
Oh, okay. So I was on PD 2 and 3 doing I was putting them on the belt for you.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah. So I was burning my calories.
No wonder we're so busy.
It was busy. I was doing it by myself because they had me on unload, and then they said, "Oh, they need you at PD 2 and 3." And
I
was like,
heard
"All right."
the belt broke on the day shift.
Yeah, it did.
That's why we're so busy. I was like, damn.
Yeah, and it kept shutting down when I first started. Like I was on that side for an hour on unload, and then we kept stopping and going, and then when we finally got it going, they're like, "Oh, they need you on PD 2 and 3." And I was like the whole time pretty much by myself. Usually there's like 2 or 3 of us. They were like, "Can you get it?" I was like, "I got it."
I got it. Have a great night.
I'll see you tomorrow, bro. Yeah, for sure. Little conversation with the coworker. Gotta have it. Nice. Tahoe. Who out here? Ain't nobody out here. All right. I got a quick one. Wanted to do. I'm loving it. This is a feeder driver. Let me show you guys a feeder driver. That's a nice shiny new feeder truck. Nice, man. Nice. It looks new. Feeder driver in there. He's eating his chow. Leave him alone. All right, so I'm going to the car. As you guys know, I'm going to take off my work boots. I'm limping. You guys might notice that because my knee bothers me sometimes. Old Marine Corps injury. I've injured it so many doggone times. It's hard to even know exactly when. Jumping off of trucks. I can take this off now, right? Jumping off of trucks, jumping off of helicopters, stuff like that. So I have this recurring knee injury, but I kind of push through, figure it out, push through, make it happen. But now these shoes that I wear are they're steel toes, but they break in like you break them in when you wear them. So they break into your shape of your foot. And they are called Red Wings. These are the Irish setters. Pretty popular in the construction world. Okay, so now the other thing I gotta do is find my comfortable flip-flops. Oh gosh, what a sort. So I guess the news I gotta tell you guys is that I wasn't gonna really pass on much scoop today, but I do have a little bit to say. So real quick, real brief, try to make as brief as possible. Basically that came in whatever for twilight sort, which was our typical time, which is like today was 5:45 start time, and for Tuesday that's pretty common. Like we'll come in on a Tuesday, sometimes a little later. Why? I don't know. You know, they just tell me what to do and I do it, right? So, start time was 5:45, and they'll text you and message you and say, hey, the new start time is 5:45. Everybody advise, and then you kind of respond like solid copy or Roger Wilco, I'll be there. And then it gives you an idea on how to structure your day. If you have errands, or if you're in school, if you have another job, you know what time you have to be at work at UPS. And it's beneficial for you to know the start time, right? Supervisor is responsible to make sure if there's any changes, to advise the crew for whatever particular shift. Like for me, obviously it's twilight. So we started at 5:45. I got here a little early, so when I clocked in, it was like 5:37. Which, if you get here early, you can clock in early. Like, you know, as long as it's 5 or 10 minutes early, you're cool. So I started on unload. I reported to the unload section like they told me to do. They said you still belong to unload. That's your primary reporting place where we expect you to be. And I said, okay, cool. So when I showed up to unload today, one of the full timers was there. Full timers meaning he's the supervisor that's he's over the other supervisors, and then there's another guy over him that's like the supervisor for the whole hub, who runs the whole sort for our shift for twilight. So I found that out. I didn't know how that worked. So there's your first line supervision, which is the very young crew. Typically I seen at this hub, I don't know how it is at other hubs, but at this hub, from what I've seen, a lot of 19-year-olds, 20-year-old, 21-year-old, 22-year-old supervisors. Pretty young crew, which is cool. You know, it's a good job. And like I said, I think they get $26 an hour, and they're relegated to working maximum of about 27 hours a week. Now during peak, that changes. They can work more. They do have medical, dental, vision, but they have to pay for it out of their pocket. I don't know how it all works, but they have to pay. Their pension is no longer part of the employment to get a UPS pension, but they still have the option to opt in for a 401k up to a maximum of 10% of their pay, and then match that with UPS will match that 10%. So there's benefits to being a supervisor. Like they promote, once you're a supervisor, that first level, after you've done that for a while, I don't know how long, you can go to the next level, which I think is like a full-timer, which is what I was talking about. And then there's more money, you get more hours and all that kind of stuff. And then there's the next level up, which you're the hub supervisor of the whole hub for that sort. So if you're the supervisor that runs the entire hub, he's making or she's making really, really good money. I don't know how much, but it's really, really good money. And they get a lot of hours. Of course, they can come in for more than just 5-6 hours per shift. They can do a lot of hours because they have a lot of responsibility. So they're not part-timers, they're full-timers. So they're making a good amount of money. Their annual salary is over $100,000, I'm sure. So anyways, bottom line, I was working with my supervisor that I worked with yesterday that I just met. She and I were partnered up together again, and we did a good job again. And she's easy to work with. Again, like I said, I give her credit for being 5'3", 130 pounds. She can handle her business. She's in there hustling, doing her thing. Supervisors aren't really required to be in the trailers working, and she told me something today about that, is that if they're training new people, they can be in the trailers loading, unloading as an instructor type teacher. So I guess they told her that, like, you can teach Brian. So then she's like, yesterday, she's like, he already knows everything. He's been here 3 months, he's good. So she's like, whatever the deal is, right? She's like, that's how it works. But she was saying, because I was like, why is that you can't be in the trailer by yourself as a supervisor? She goes, because of the union rules. They see it as you're taking away the job of a union employee, if you're in there doing the sort, when it's actually a position that's a union held position for an employee, like a package handler, unloader, loader, whatever. So she says that's why. I said, oh, okay, those are the rules. You got to follow the rules. And the Teamsters is really good about keeping the rules, fair and equitable for us, the union worker. So we worked together for about 45 minutes to an hour. We knocked out a couple of trailers together. But they already told me, hey, they're going to request you on bulk again. So you're going to end up going to bulk like you did, for a month. And because I didn't go to bulk last week at all. Not one day. Like 5 days I was on unload, which is cool. It's no big deal. But I was on unload 5 days. So I went to bulk today after about an hour. And when I got there, the supervisor that runs bulk, one of them, there's actually several over there. There's like 5 that I see. I see a lot of supervisors. Bulk has a lot of supervisors because they run a line like PD1, there's a supervisor, PD2, PD3, there's a supervisor. They run those lines, and then there's another guy who's in charge of making sure the bulk gets loaded onto the robot carts and sorted properly to go to the proper little area, right? So that guy is the guy that they're transferring me to him, and they're like, you're going to be working for me. You're going to be a bulk guy from now on. Like, you're an unloader, but you are a bulk employee. That's your deal. And I was like, it's a weird little light. I said, cool, because I'd rather be a bulk guy than an unloader in the trailer. I don't have a problem unloading in the trailer. But if you give me the choice, I'll do bulk. Bulk, you have more freedom. You just have less constriction. You're not confined to this little trailer box, sweating, and then when you're in bulk, you're sweating, but there's air, there's ventilation. You're by a dock door and stuff. And you just move around a little bit more. There's a lot more walking. There's no packages per hour to worry about as far as keeping your numbers up. You don't have to worry about that. You work at a steady pace in bulk. Bulk, everything is irregular or heavy or big or 95 pounds, 110 pounds, like that. So you're lifting heavy stuff. Sometimes we're lifting, like tonight I had like a pallet just all steel, these big pieces of steel. So you're not going to rush through that. You're not going to have a package per hour because you'll hurt yourself. Just take it easy, do your thing. You sweat, you drink your water, and you knock it out. So, but they're just basically letting me know, hey man, we need you in bulk. This is where we want you to be. We like the way you work, and I was like, cool, because that's where I want to be. So I'm in bulk now, like permanently. So I'm transferring from unloader twilight sort to bulk twilight sort. It's kind of a promotion because not everybody wants to do bulk because they're afraid of it. They think it's heavy, and it is. But like, there's no girls like when I'm in unload, there's girls there. But when I'm in bulk, there's no girls except for one of the females is a supervisor, and that's it. That's really it. And then there's another girl that does work there occasionally, but she does the resorts, which is when stuff needs to get resorted, needs to go back onto the belt. Something went wrong and they have to resort it. She does that, and it's not as hard. Like, you gotta put it on the cart and then take it and put it back on the belt, and then you're done, and then go back and reload that cart. It's not that hard. So there is a girl that does that, and she's fit, she's in good shape, and I think she's a swimmer. She goes to Mount Sac. So she's young and she's in good shape. She can handle it. She's only about 5'3" also. But that's the only girl on the bulk side that I see. The only one, and she's just doing the resorts. Everything else is really heavy duty stuff, heavy lifting. But then there's the supervisor on bulk. She doesn't have to do any lifting or anything. She's very helpful too. The supervisor, I don't know her name, but she's very like eager to help you. She's a friendly person, which is cool. Like a lot of people fall into the stress. She doesn't seem like the stress gets to her. I appreciate that. So I'm a bulk guy now. That's really what I wanted to tell you guys. So just do your thing. Go to work. If you show up to work on time, work hard. You don't have to stay as a loader or an unloader all the time. You're gonna get your chance to do something else, like me. And bulk is heavy, but I like it. I'd rather work bulk. It's cool, man. I'm telling you. And I get more time on the clock in bulk because I clocked out at 11:05 today, something like that. So last night when I clocked out on unload, it was 10:30. So I got another 35 minutes. Believe it or not, all that stuff adds up. But then everybody's asking me too, because a lot of people know that I signed up for driver helper. So I was telling people, my coworkers, to sign up for driver helper. A lot of guys did. They need like 20 people or more, and I don't know, like 12 people signed up so far. They need more people. So they're like, hey Brian, when do we start, driver helper? And I was like, you got me, bro. I signed up and I'm waiting to hear. So we're gonna find out soon enough, because they do need people, and the peak starts soon. So we need to be trained and ready to go prior to peak, which peak is like November. So I'm thinking October is when we need to be ready to learn and get our feet, kind of learn the ropes with being a driver helper. So just waiting to see what they say. I talked to the hub manager again today, but he was busy, and he knows I'm interested, so I'm not worried about it. I've already bugged him a couple of times about it, and he's just, I'll get back to you. So he's probably going to send an email to HR and find out what's going on. And then we're going to wear the brown uniform. I think we get a raise. I got to verify that. But either way, we're doing 8 hours in the truck, 5 days a week, grabbing the package, run it in, have somebody sign for it, run back out, boom, you're gone. And that's how the season works. The two people, the driver and the driver helper, are working at a fast pace to get their stuff done. And then you build a reputation as a good driver helper, and you also learn how the routes work and that kind of stuff. And so that's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in learning how the drivers do their thing, because one day that's what I want to do. So if you have any questions about that, let me know, and then I'll tell you what I know. And then the supervisor I worked with today, the girl that was in the trailer with me, she's really good. She's been there like almost a year, I think 9 or 10 months. So she doesn't know everything, but she knows a lot of stuff. Like she's humble enough to say, oh, I learned something today, Brian. And she'll tell me what she learned about how we unload left to right and down and stuff like that. And she's a trainer. She trains the new people when they come in. So she's eager to learn, just like I am. There's always room to learn. The humility is that you're humble, and that's good. It's always good to be humble. So she's a really good supervisor from what I've seen, and she's just a good worker, a good employee, and a good person. She's a good human being, and that's cool. It makes it more pleasant when you're working with somebody who's got a good character, a good heart, who's pleasant to be around, and she was definitely that. And so I'm gonna miss working with her, because I'm gonna be in bulk. I won't see her that much anymore, because she's gonna be, I'm sure, on unload training people and stuff like that. I'll bump into her, I'm sure, and I'll say hi to her and all that, because she's a good, like I said, she's a good egg. You get the egg out of the 12 pack of the dozen eggs. She's one of the good eggs. All right, so that's what happened today. I'm just passing on the word that I am now officially a permanent bulk guy, and I wanted that. Honestly, I'll just tell you straight out, I wanted to do that, and I'm glad I got that. It's definitely cool. Gosh, all the stores are closed. All right, so I gotta go home. I'm tired. I'm gonna shower, hit the rack, and today's Tuesday, and Friday, I believe, is the 1st. Thursday or Friday is the 1st of October. Yeah, I think it's Friday. October 1st. So October is right here, Halloween and all that good stuff. And then right around the corner from that, of course, is November, which is the peak. And what else? I'll be busy. So hopefully I'll be getting them $1,000 a week checks is what I'm looking forward to. Pay this car off and then save some money. I'm tired. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. Your comments are great. Some of you guys work for UPS. You guys are helping me when you guys comment. Some of you guys just got hired. Stick with it. Don't give up. Somebody said that these videos are inspiring and they're motivating. So I'm glad. Thank you for watching. You guys are motivating to me as well. Like 346 subscribers. That's cool. UPS, baby, go brown. I'm waiting for my t-shirt. When I get my t-shirt, I'll wear it and I'll let you guys see it. It's a union t-shirt. It's a UPS union t-shirt. And, it's kind of a little prestigious. It means you pass your probation and you've been there 90 days and all that kind of stuff. So mine is due. I'm due for that. Because my 90 days is up. I think Friday is my 90 days. So I've already passed probation, which is 70 days. But after 90 days, you should get that t-shirt, which is, my 90 days is in 2 more days, right? So where's my t-shirt at, union? All right, so that's it, man. I'll let you guys go. I know I can be long-winded. I just have I'm just winding down after work. So thanks for watching. You guys are the best. UPS, go Brown, baby. Get that job. Stick it out. Do not quit. Do not give up. Stretch. Drink water. You're good. You're good to go. Staff Sergeant Calhoun out.